12, okay, fine. So this is the thing. So any other company which probably this is, how many employees in your company, sir? 700 plus, okay. So do I assume that you have around 10 to 15,000 hours in a year, volunteer? Okay, great. Any other company? Yeah?
So we have approximately 40,000 employees here, and approximately around, I would say, 5,000 plus people do some kind of CSR activities. And not everyone, but yeah, most of the people are at least giving 100 to 200 hours.
No. Ballpark, just give me how many hours you think you might be doing?
Yeah, maybe around last year it was around, I would say, close to 1 lakh hours for the company.
Okay, so this is a big company. Any other company?
Yeah, we have 13,000 people employees, and we do monthly programs. And every alternate Sundays, we conduct programs and we do CSR activities.
Yeah, the number of hours you think you might be doing in a year?
Approximately, I think 80 people in a week.
No, so can you tell me, is it 5,000 hours, 10,000 hours, 50,000?
Yeah, it's close to 5,000 plus hours.
Okay, fine. So we just had 3 companies, 700 people, 13,000 and 40,000. So if I were to pose a question to all of you, how many hours do you think we volunteer for an event of this kind? Any wild guesses? Any wild guesses? Because I've just told you the magnitude of the event and what we are doing. Any wild guess? I know Mr. Srinivas Rao was, I don't know, in the morning session, I know somebody was telling me that.
10,000 hours.
Okay, one guess. Anything else? Okay, I don't know, he just added a 0 or how he guessed. So anyway, this is the number. Last year it's 94,628 hours. And this just for the marathon, it does not include the activities of the Hyderabad marathon Hyderabad runners during the rest of the year. And this you're talking about, everything here is, we didn't round off things just because we wanted a 0 at the last or what are the even number. But this is actually, so the first HMCT is we have a core team which meets up every Saturday to work on this. The office bearers, which me and other people, so many number of occurrences we had last year. The expo set up in first, one occurrence. Expo day 150 volunteers. Expo day, the 3K and 5K run, how many people? The race day setup, race day, college volunteers at Expo 1, Expo 2, 3K and 5K run, race day, medical partners, then partners, government including police, everybody, sponsors and others. Total hours is 94,628 man hours for an event of this kind. So I'm just telling you the magnitude of the event, and so that's where we stand. And this could have not been possible if we were to do a proper profit setup or do anything. It's not possible. So we just kind of dip into the passion and the affinity which we have developed with our members, very, very deep into it. So next I'd like to show one video which sums up entire thing of what I've done. So can I have the video, please? So what goes into the making of the marathon? While I've told you these, but let's listen from what people are telling. Video number 3. So this video is 2013, but it's still applicable, okay?
Organization is fantastic.
I couldn't fault it at all.
Our goal is to deliver an experiential event for every single runner.
This is the expo setup which we're talking about. This is the stadium area.
There are many challenges to making such an event.
Biggest challenge is that we are all a bunch of volunteers.
Organizing the relay marathon, it's a huge challenging task.
Traffic is a big challenge.
That is a challenge, but that is also one of our biggest strengths.
We want to make sure that each and every participant completing this relay and cherishing these memories forever.
Our whole goal is take care of the runners, keep the runners happy.
An event as big as XXIII Hyderabad Marathon actually ensures good waste disposal measures. What happens is awareness grows.
Souls for Souls, which is a unique way of creating awareness among people in Hyderabad, collecting footwear from people not using it. Our idea was to collect these footwear and give it to the poor.
I encourage people not only run for their own cause, for their own health benefit. They also run for select their own charity organization and run for their organization.
You of course see the people running. You see the spectators cheering them on, and what you may see but not notice is the people who are helping them do that, the volunteers.
You make implicit and explicit promises to every single runner that they will have a great run. To live up to that standards, one has to work very, very hard.
Almost 50-60% of the people who have put this event have spent a lot of their personal time and effort to get this event. So it's a very big challenge because you're just getting a set of people who are passionate about running to organize something.
We have been taking care of numerous data that is coming to our place from numerous directions. We also take care of the offline mode of registrations.
And the way we work is like, I would say 2 parts passion and then 10 parts adrenaline.
The fantastic part about this group is they have a passion for running.
You may be an engineer, you may be a doctor, you may be working in the night or day shifts. Then there is this is part of your life.
Our passion for running and our passion for organizing, our passion for delivering an international quality running event in Hyderabad, that is limitless.
Have some amazing individuals who put in effort and to bring this whole event together.
There are about 6 areas we need to get the permissions. We are getting more government participation, more involvement.
Great cooperation from the administration, city administration.
Inspires a lot of people to run in a community, come together from various walks of life.
In the synergy of the entire thing and combined with the passion that we all share, that's what keeps us going.
We all are like a family.
Our reputation is growing every year.
First year we organized the expo in a college, last year it was in a hotel, and now we're glad that we are organizing in high-tech. It just shows the state of the event, how big it has become.
The expo is the first point of contact with runners and an event of celebration. It's a great festival.
That's our USP. The route is something, I've not seen anything like that.
We have set a benchmark for races in India, which I think will be very, very hard to beat.
Beyond our expectations in terms of success, and, both in terms of the number of participants we had, the enthusiasm of participants, I think it's been quite overwhelming.
All the participants who have just completed the race, given very positive feedback on the race. As organizers, makes us feel very happy.
This event is going to go places.
There's a long way to go, and I'm sure we'll make it.
Our dream is to make this a great landmark event for the city. Going forward, the Hyderabad Marathon will be for marathon running what Wimbledon is to London.
Hyderabad runners is primarily would want to get as many people active and make running the most preferred form of fitness activity. It can easily become the #1 event in the social calendar of the city.
It should have its own name like Bombay Marathon and why not Boston Marathon. We want that, and Hyderabad has that infrastructure.
Sure, this will be the biggest marathon in India in a short while. I think that's what's going to happen.
Challenging.
The sheer thrill of it.
Incredible.
Fabulous.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Marvelous.
Go run and go run for a cause.
It's an exhilarating experience for me, and for many it is something which they look forward to.
Oh, it's exciting, it's fun times, and I just love the adrenaline that comes in, so it's all adrenaline.
Holistic.
Excellent. Great feeling.
The event is larger than any one person. The event is larger than the entire organizing committee. The event is larger than Hyderabad runners. The event happens because of all the runners coming to Hyderabad.
The association for some time now, and I think it will continue because they are enthusiastic about the sport and we are enthusiastic as well. And we are all celebrating the spirit of Hyderabad, spirit of running, spirit of marathon, and I think it's a common agenda.
Today has been really good, and we look forward to an even better tomorrow.
So I know a little bit early, we're just going to finish. Just give me 5 minutes. I was telling you, inclusive, this man on the right, Mr. Ramchandra Reddy, he's the 92 years old man. So we were the first set of people to get differently challenged people to come, and this proved a platform that they're more than equals to rest of us in a thing which we always have discrimination issues. So this is Artificial Limb Foundation. So the first women blade runner, the guy who's running with the blade, is actually from, the first lady runner is from our group, in fact. So senior citizens, everybody. And what we have done, now it's become the template. So we mentor groups in Chennai, Cochin, Pune, Surat, Bhopal. So a lot of them. Then we have associations, all this. So we want to make it as inclusive as possible in what we're doing. And see, just what started off as running is actually, now it's become less of running. We have more than what we're doing. Recreational benefits, educational benefits, social benefits, health benefits, economic development. And so sports is something which is a matter of national pride. And if there's something, unfortunately, I am not able to kind of enlarge this picture. So this is a very interesting thing which actually captures what a lot of my thoughts about what we were doing in this event. So we'll circulate it. It broadly has 4 parameters: social influences, fast food and junk food, participation in this thing, and physical activity. So this links everything of what we do in a life and the importance of being active. So I would say this part is the importance of being active, and it tells how it has an influence on your family. It tells you how it has an influence on the way you lead your life, the way you eat. What is this thing? So I don't know how many of you are, but I don't know if the IT sector is taking care. You're going to have the youngest, he's talking about the 21, 23s, you're going to be the youngest workforce in the country, probably world, but the most unhealthy workforce is going to be there in India in the next 5 years. The most unhealthy workforce. That will be a bigger challenge, and if companies are going to think that providing a gym, providing insurance, and have a program for fitness in your company, it's not going to do anything. Trust me, it's going to be very difficult, because to get started and being motivated is something very different, and keeping that going is very, very thing. So if somebody were to go through this, I mean, this presentation is going to be circulated. You can have a look at it. So the importance of activities for kids. So it's huge. And what we realized from our experiment is if kids are active, today if my son tells me, "Father, buy me a pen, I'll give him money, he'll go get it and come." But if he or she tells me, "Come, listen, I want to run with you." So it has a reverse effect. Kids being active is bringing a reverse effect on parents being active. So there are a lot of social, economic, and health dimensions to what we are doing. So as we talk to you now, XXIII Business School is doing a case study on actually what is the impact we are doing. We are not able to quantify impacts. So they're actually trying to work out a model to quantify what we are doing. And hopefully one is done, we will circulate to all of you. Challenges, scalability, sustainability. So as I told you, we don't have any organization in the sense of a building or a people or this thing. How are you going to manage all this? That's going to be a very big thing. Monetary issues, continued support from city, government, corporate, students, every single stakeholder. So this is how we reached our 10 years. So this is the 10th year, we're celebrating 10th year now. Next 10 years, the Model Running Club, an institution with robust systems and processes, a Section 25 company, HR broad-based, still reaching out. If people are not there, part of this, if your friends are this thing, please do tell them about us and get active. And I feel that succession plan is very, very difficult. Now I've been at the helm of things for the last 5 to 6 years. And I think that in the next 2 years, I should find out, my success is going to be in the successor I'm going to give to the association. So the challenge I would say is to create same culture. It's a very thing. I mean, people would think that this is something which you can easily get across. No, HR has got a culture. HR is a brand now. It's very important what we are doing, issues of transparency, everything what you have in your corporate thing, we're doing it. But we're doing this without any formal structure of what you have. And I'm sure this is something which I always want to be the change you want to see, that's the thing. So thank you once again to all of you. Thanks, PMI. Any questions? Yeah, sorry, before I this thing, can I have the Hyderabad runners here who are there in this thing, who would like to come here once? Just to, I mean, there are a lot of them. Please come over. Murli, Nilima, Ajit. I can't see all of them here because Gupta, yeah, please. So they're all here. Who else is? Sriram is also now running. So you're also come. Oh, that Sriram is there. There's another Sriram here also. Please come in. Just wanted to Prashant. Anybody else? Abhijit is there. Please come in. In case, I'm sorry, I can't see the people in the last, but if there are somebody, please come in. Shiva? Shiva is not there? Okay, fine. Great. So we have all of these people. So a lot of them can relate. So I'd just like to introduce Murli is our race director. So he's the one who drives us this thing. You've seen Ajit, he's the one who's been handling registrations. Prashant is a joint secretary. Gupta, I was telling you about the IT issues which are faced. He's an IT guy who's trying to fix it up. It's all his own voluntary time, personal time he's been doing. Shiv, as I told you, in the process of trying to build an institution, now we have recruited 2 people. So the first time a running group in the country has got, he left Infosys and joined us. Nothing bad about Infosys, but I'm just then Sriram. So Nilima and Jay Bharti. So Nilima and all of them are like different professionals. She's a housewife come this thing. So JB has got too many things I don't want to introduce. He's a doctor. Ajit works for Wells Fargo. Prashant is a businessman. Gupta is IT professional. Shiv is now with us. Sriram is interestingly, suddenly midway in his life, he decided to do something, MA in anthropology. So he's a student come this thing, but Abhijit, he's a businessman. Okay, so they've been with us, so it's nice to have. It's just that, they could immediately find a link with us and they've come. So thanks to all the people here. It's a lot of effort which these people actually put in. And there are many more people who are not there. Thanks to all of them. Any questions? If I'm not there, somebody can answer if you want, please. Yeah, sure. Somebody want to ask? Yeah.
So,
you can get into the dais and take the floor. Yeah, come. Okay, visible.
Sir, the question is, it's great to see this Hyderabad Runners Club. The question is, now Hyderabad being on the threat zone, right?
Yeah.
Threat zone, all
Threat
these,
zone. Okay.
a terrorist attack news, all these we are hearing, right? So when we are conducting the running stuff for maybe for more than 5,000 people, more than 10,000 people comes, how can you make sure that nothing wrong happens in terms of security?
Okay, so that's interesting. So it's again part of the entire protocols which the police, when we have been working with, to kind of develop all these things. And so one of the things which the Hyderabad police insist on us is, every guy who comes to the expo, they have to sign when they're collecting their bib. So people may tell, in an age of IT and all that, why do you want to collect hard copies? So we keep telling them, as long as things are fine, nobody will question. When things go bad, everybody will start questioning. So there are a lot of things which have evolved over a period of time. So I was just telling you the important thing of police, why we do this coordination with this entire thing is, every section is kind of sanitized by them. They go through that. Through the night, we are working with the police to see that we set up things on the way. So, you all know that, Boston Marathon had whatever it is. So these are events which can be targeted, no doubt. But I would say that we are lucky. I wouldn't say we are foolproof, but this is a continuous process. When it comes to security, today, are we saying that today we are secure in this place? Not necessary. Anything can happen. So based on what happens today, there is this thing. So it's year on year, it's evolving. So the number of people are increasing. That's the reason, we are not really growing the numbers per se. We want to kind of see how we can actually improve the processes and the entire organization, which I think we are still facing a lot of challenges. So we are lucky, nothing has happened, police have been supportive, and we are doing our best on this, and we would continue to do so. Any other questions? Thank you very much, thanks. We need to make a surplus if you want to continue to do what we are doing. So that's the most important thing. So in the West, you have very, very good systems of benefactors and everything. So in the case of New York Roadrunners, which is organized by the which organizes the New York Marathon, I mean, they've done this over a 30-year period. They have a corpus of close to $60 million and 150 employees working through the year. So what you've seen that event in New York, what you've seen it, is the hard work what close to 100, 120 employees put in together through a year. So as you realize, the NGOs are very, very structured and very, very prominent over there, and you have a whole lot of things. So there are a couple of families which have actually bequeathed the wealth to the New York Marathon. There's this Rudin family which has bequeathed the wealth to the New York Marathon, and there are many more like that. So I would say first and critical thing which we actually, I would say is the biggest issue for us is sponsorship and fundraising. Next is the expo. So the